Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. And also, we are here. We are live. It is at Gateway for the round of 8 as we start that tonight here for the NASCAR Heat 5 final career mode season. Just 4 races to go on NASCAR Heat 5. And the next 3 are coming in the next 3 days. We've got Gateway for the round of 8 opener today. Tomorrow night, we've got the Bristol night race for the second race of the round of 8. And then we got the Charlotte Roval on Sunday morning. And that will, well, I should say late Sunday morning into early Sunday afternoon, leading up to the actual Cup race at the Charlotte Roval for our round of 8 finale. That will set us up for next week at Talladega for the Championship 4. First race of the round of 8, as I just mentioned here today. We'll see where we're about to qualify for the start of this race. Keegan Schneider comes in pretty solidly above the cutoff line right now, 163 points to the good. But again, you never know what could happen, especially with the second 2 races in this round being the Bristol night race and the Charlotte Roval, and even Gateway, for instance. I mean, this is the first race we're going to have here for the NASCAR Cup Series at this track. We'll see how it's going to play out. Kyle Busch, though, comes in 11 points to the good above the cutoff line into this round. Ryan Newman comes in 5 points to the good. 4 points to the good is Denny Hamlin. Then you got Kevin Harvick, minus 4 points. Ryan Blaney, minus 5 points. Martin Truex Jr. at minus 7 points. And Kurt Busch at minus 8 points. Here we go. Let's get into qualifying. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Friday night so far. Maybe you're getting an early start to your weekend. I'm expecting some great racing here tonight. I don't know what's with this excess road at Gateway, but I could not keep it out of the grass. Joshua Rumsey, Patrick Chadley, DB Forever 85, welcome to the stream. Everybody else coming on in. Oh my goodness. Probably should have practiced before this race. Oh my goodness. Alright, lap 1 going to start right now. Hopefully that damage isn't going to affect Schneider too much. The one time since even racing at this track, Xfinity Series doesn't run at Gateway anymore. You have to go to the Truck Series. Schneider really laid into the braking zone in turn 3. He was on his warm-up lap, and he was right there as well. Even on the actual qualifying lap as he runs back to the start-finish line at 32.712. Still qualified 7th. That's actually kind of surprising. I didn't think he qualified that well, but I guess he ended up in the top 10. Martin Truex Jr. will be starting on the pole. Ryan Newman outside pole in second for the Rocket Man. And look at the drivers in the playoffs. This is where they qualified of the 8 remaining. First, second, third, fifth, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 14th will be the 8 drivers after qualifying. And we'll see how they're going to stack up here today. So, before I get into this race, I got a question to ask you guys. Only because I've been having issues with it here recently. Are you guys getting any ads or Super Chat available? Not only tonight, but, you know, last night, the night before, really since we got to 1,000 subscribers on Monday. Which it would have been after Monday's stream because we had gotten there during Monday's stream, so I wasn't too worried about that one. But on any videos or streams, I'm just wondering because I don't think it's actually, like, registering through. And I contacted YouTube, and then, like, today when I got home from work, I checked it to see if it was, like, done processing because it had already processed like 2 days ago, so we should have had it available last night for sure, and I don't think we did, and I didn't ask you guys last night. And then when I went on it tonight, I went into AdSense, which is where YouTube, that's where the money goes that you would earn from YouTube into AdSense. So I went into that account, and then for some reason when I backed out of the account, not backed out of it, but like went back to my YouTube studio, on my laptop, it like said that it was in progress still. And I was like, wait a minute, it said it was done yesterday. So I refreshed the page and I literally had to go back through it. So now it's saying it's in progress again, even though I got an email at like 7 o'clock yesterday morning saying that it was good to go, that I was verified. So I don't know what the issue is there. I sent them something because I don't think it was running right, but yeah, I was just kind of wondering. Because I had it set, like, all my videos were set and monetized. Like, there should have been at least, like, ads. But I was just kind of wondering. But it looks like none of you guys got anything. So thanks for the feedback. That I just wanted to make sure of that before we got into this race, because I was probably going to forget if I didn't ask right now. Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. We're about to get this race underway. Kyle Busch and Corey LaJoie starting at the rear. So Kyle Busch, who qualified third, will actually now have to start at the back. Martin Truex Jr. will be on the pole as stated. Here we go. I didn't think the Super Chat was going to be available tonight, only because of that issue that I was having, but I wondered if there were going to be any ads going or something. Oh well. Green flag back in the air. We're racing again on NASCAR Heat 5. 45 laps in the opening stage. Schneider trying not to overrun the first turn. And he got down there pretty good to start things off. Despite starting on the outside at 6 and Kyle Busch having to drop to the rear underneath Kevin Harvick for 4th place. I'll get around him. He's going to push it a little too hard on corner entry. And that is the issue he was having on entry into turn 3 and qualifying. Has it on lap 1 here today. Still gets a decent drive off, though, and he should be able to stay in front of Harvick. And Martin Truex Jr. from the pole leads lap number 1. Joey Logano underneath him. Logano eliminated in the round of 12 of the playoffs. You and me both there, Joshua Rumsey. I'm excited for NASCAR 21 as well. And I'm excited that you're excited just to watch me play. I appreciate it. Been ready to watch Temple versus Cincy. Cincy's got a good team this year. They had a good team last year, too. But this year, they look even better. Ryan Blaney trying to challenge to the inside of Schneider. He'll get around him in turns 1 and 2. He'll pull clear down the back straightaway. Ryan Newman gets around Martin Truex Jr. simultaneously. Blaney's got to run down to the inside of Truex. Schneider takes it 3 wide into turn 3. Here comes Hamlin. He moves the 99 up the track, and they're 4 wide at Gateway. Denny Hamlin just used up all of the 99 that time and makes a 4 wide pass in turns 3 and 4. Schneider sent it into the corner, trying to get to the back bumper of Hamlin and knock him back out of the way again. And that did not happen. Those are the 2 championship favorites, and Hamlin's trying to go to work early on. Contact with Truex. Sometimes these are more entertaining than watching the actual race. I really do appreciate that. I try to add the realism in as much as I can with the live commentating, obviously, as you guys that have been watching the channel for a while, you will know that. But I greatly appreciate it, man. Still there. Ryan Blaney gonna get back around Denny Hamlin. That 12 car looks really fast. Ryan Newman right in front of both the 11 and the 12. And the race leader right now, Joey Logano's just getting away. Hamlin gets a little loose on corner entry into turn 3. Schneider on the curbing, and he's going to slide and get straightened out by the 95 of Christopher Bell, and we get a caution. Well, now I know the curbing doesn't have any grip. A really weird spin for Schneider in turns 3 and 4. He got straightened out by the 95 of Bell, but they threw the caution anyway. Man, oh man. Not a good start to the round of 8 here for Schneider. Despite the great qualifying effort, it's all going to be for naught. It doesn't look like we have a lot of damage. Despite it looked like Bell hit us pretty hard, but I guess not. Chad Fincham, Joey Gase to the rear of the field will pit. Only 45 laps in this opening stage. This is only a 200 lap race total. It's not very long.
Coming to the green. Almost ready now. Got a car low now.
And there we go. Green flag back in the air. They're trying to hustle. Oh, just
Got a car high now.
completely chopped off the 13 of Ty Dillon. Well, don't trust the curbing anymore at Gateway after turns 3 and 4. Schneider was on the curbing and the car just spun right around on him. No chance to save the car. He quickly gets back around Kyle Busch, who struggled in traffic early on. Flips the curbing at 3 and 4 there, but that time he didn't get really loose. Definitely going to have to be careful of that. That was not a caution Logano wanted to see in the early going, that is for certain. Oh, contact now. Schneider into Carter, and Carter's in the wall. That's probably going to bring out another caution. No, it doesn't. Schneider's in the wall, too. My goodness. What a sloppy race to start things off today. You can tell this is a new track, and the lack of practice and qualifying on top of it for the Cup Series. Schneider is all over the place here early on. Just to find a solid rhythm. Schneider maybe being overly aggressive too, trying to take it 3 wide. We saw 4 wide a little bit earlier as well. Yeah, as well, what DB85 Forever had mentioned, or DB Forever 85 had mentioned. A little dyslexic on that one. Hit that like button. To 11 people watching at one point already at the start of this race here tonight. Not wanting to miss this round of 8 action. Not the playoff driver, or at least of the drivers that remain in the playoffs, that is. Joey Logano leading the race early on. Truex led lap 1. Logano's led every lap since. Yeah, Packers are favorites against the Bengals this weekend. We'll see. Bengals are playing pretty good ball right now. I would think the Packers can cover that spread, but it is on the road. Last time we played the Bengals too, and they were bad. It was in Green Bay, if I'm not mistaken, and they played us right down to the wire. I know that was 4 years ago, but we did have Rodgers playing that game. That was an early season game just like this one, too. We'll see, though. I think it'll be a good game. Pretty close. Schneider with a wheel hop getting into turn 3. Accidentally knocked the 14 of Boyer out of the way. There's Ryan Newman. Losing a ton of positions. He's now outside the top 10 as he drops back to 13. Schneider's quickly gaining some ground as now he overruns the corner into Kevin Harvick. Dark Crypto, welcome to the stream. Seems like corner entry is where Schneider's struggling the most right now. He's trying to get that car loaded up. Not really finding still up to this point, now that we're on lap 17, exactly when is the best spot to brake, not to get into the corner regularly, but to send it into the corner and try to outbrake somebody. And there he goes again, just sends it in too hard on Austin Dillon. decent drive off. He's very lucky he's got some long run speed, and that's why he's able to get around Dylan off the exit of turn 4. Austin with a good run of his own inside the top 10. We haven't seen that too much of this season. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we'll see if we can clinch a spot in the Championship 4 tonight. A win for any one of these 8 drivers will lock them into the Championship 4 at Talladega next week. Really, all 3 races in this round are wild card races. This one on a unique racetrack at Gateway for the first time ever in the Cup Series. And then you got the Bristol night race, which should be very entertaining tomorrow night, and the Charlotte Roval on early Sunday afternoon, late morning Eastern Standard Time. Get you geared up for the actual Roval race. Schneider in the wall-off turn 4. This has just been a very sloppy opening stage for the 99. And he may have race-winning speed, but he's going to have to minimize the amount of mistakes he is making here if he's going to want to change the win to come race in. And get this car to the finish of the race at that as well. He might bang it up too much.
Still there?
His way around Alex Bowman. Trying to, at least couldn't quite clear him. Kurt Busch, who qualified back in 14th, is up to 5th. I'll have to get passed though by Schneider into turn 1, it looks like.
You got room. You're clear.
Schneider closed that gap on Denny Hamlin. Bowman trying to follow the 99 as well, passing Kurt Busch.
Still there.
And Schneider with a big block. Very aggressive block off the exit of turn 2. Making contact with the 88. Bowman was there. Hooked the curbing that time on corner entry. It didn't slide out from underneath him that time either. Big run on Denny Hamlin into turn 1. Hamlin knocked the 99 out of the way a little bit earlier.
Stay low.
Schneider going to race him clean though right now. Maybe save it a little bit later in this race if he needs to. Try and get the bump and run on Hamlin later on, but right now he is much faster at this point in the run. How about Christopher Bell up to 3rd place? One of the best runs he's had in the early going of the race so far. So in the top 6, you got 3 non-playoff drivers, 2 of which in the top 3. Excuse me. Sorry for literally coughing into the mic on that one. Should be good in the round, yes. As long as we get to the end of these races. These are 3 races we could definitely DNF in. Schneider's had 60 DNFs this year, and they've all been in the second half of the season. Got a little ugly at times as he clears Christopher Bell for 3rd. Trying to catch the Penske Fords, Logano and Blaney. So in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, it actually shows that Logano is in the playoffs, but he isn't. By our accounts. 23-11 going to merge with Front Row. I think it would be the other way around because I don't think 23-11 would be leaving Toyota. Front Row would probably merge with them, which means that Front Row, if there was a merger, Front Row would become a Toyota back team. I don't think they will. Honestly, for Front Row's sake, I feel like it'd be a wise investment. And I don't know how many cars are going to bring to the track every weekend, if it's going to be 1 or 2. But if I were Front Row, I'd do it. I'd hop right on it. But I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. Very interesting development, though. That's kind of weird, though, too, considering that Michael McDowell and Bubba Wallace have had a little bit of a history between each other in recent years, and they'd be teammates all of a sudden. So I don't know how that would work out so well. I'd probably lean on the side of no. But it'd be a wise decision for Front Row. We'll see. Schneider to second, and he is about a half a second off the race lead of Joey Logano. 19 laps to go in stage 1. Schneider trying to run down the 22. A little bit higher line through 1 and 2, and he got it to stick. And he'll take the move to the inside into turn 3.
Careful, still there.
And moving up just a bit to stay from behind, out from behind the 38 of Nemechek. Kind of took Logano's line away, but they got through there cleanly, and Schneider will lead his first lap of the race at lap 28. There's 18 laps to go in stage 1. Now, from this point on in the playoffs, any stage wins or race wins will not accumulate any more playoff points. If you win, you're in the round of 4, or the championship 4, I should say. Well, Trackhouse bought out Chip Ganassi Racing, so Chip Ganassi Racing wouldn't be necessarily merging with 2311. Chip Ganassi Racing is just going to be no longer next year. Kurt Busch is going to 2311 on a completely separate contract. And as far as the personnel they're bringing into that team, I'm sure they'll probably hire in some people from Chip Ganassi Racing. Means their experience working in NASCAR. And with Kurt Busch, that'd probably be the wise plan. But then again, like, I don't know how that would work. Because wouldn't they technically be with Trackhouse? Unless 2311 would buy out their contracts specifically. I don't know how it works, like, when they hire, like, team personnel, if everybody's on a contract from, like, engine builder to, like, everything. I don't, fabricators, and, like, I don't know if that's, like, all contractual stuff, or if it's just you're hired and you're making an hourly wage. Like, I don't know how that works exactly. DRG, welcome to the stream. Can't wait for the new game. I cannot either. It'll be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm hyped for it. Seems like you guys are too. Chase Elliott is not in the playoffs, so why doesn't it show Chase Elliott in the round of 8? He didn't even make it to the 16-man playoff. Like, I don't know what NASCAR Heat's doing with this playoff system. I don't even know how many drivers they have in this anymore. They had 4 drivers in the round of 16, then they had 8 in the round of 12. Now they got 8 in the round of 8 again, but it's a different 8 than what it was in the last round too. So I don't understand, like, where they're getting their playoff order from. That's okay. We got our points on the left-hand side of the screen. For you guys not to get confused with the running order and how things are shaping up on the track according to NASCAR Heat 5. The points are definitely really tight from that 2nd seed, even all the way down to the 8th seed of Kurt Busch. Interesting to see exactly how that will continue to play out. 12 laps to go in stage 1. Schneider just hoping this stage stays green from this point on. Lapped almost half the field up to this point. We did have one caution earlier in the race. Schneider spun off the curbing on the exit of turn 4. Kind of right along on the curbing all the way through the corner. Then all of a sudden it stepped out from underneath him. Christopher Bell had made contact with the driver's side door of the 99. So out of safety precautions, Schneider pitted to repair the damage. Well underneath 5 seconds of damage that he was able to do so. And now he's battled back to the lead. Won't have to worry about using all 8 sets of tires tonight, that is for certain. Really, the last 4 races of the season, I don't think we're going to have an issue with it. This race is pretty short, even though there is, a substantial amount of tire wear at Gateway for the most part, but only 200 laps for these Cup Series cars. 8 sets is plenty. Unless we have a ton of cautions at Bristol, is the only way I could see an issue there. But if we have a couple long green flag runs, it'll be no problem. At Bristol with 8 sets of tires, Charlotte Roval should be no problem either. Road courses we usually don't pit more than 4 or 5 times, so 8 sets is good there. Talladega Super Speedway, tires won't wear that much. Probably gonna have to pit no more, even with a 500-mile race. Let's say we took 4 tires every time we pit. You want to pit the least amount of times possible at Daytona, Talladega anyway, so 5 to 6. Pit stops at the very most there. Ashton G, welcome to the stream. 9 laps to go now in stage 1. Schneider trying to win the opening stage. So mathematically, Schneider was going to point his way into the championship for tonight. He would have to be 118 points ahead of 3rd in the standings at the end of this race. So really, as long as the driver right now would be Ryan Newman, that could easily change. Especially with Ryan Blaney up inside the top 3 right now. He's looking to get a lot of stage points. Newman was outside the top 10 the last we saw. Yeah, we could DNF. I'll definitely be going for broke, trying to get as many wins in this career mode as possible before we exit. Harvick is a lap down. He's the first driver in the round of 8. That's a lap down. Ryan Newman about to go a lap down. He's all the way back to 16th. He was in 3rd at the very beginning of the race. Actually got to 2nd on that initial start. And now he's battling Boyer for the free pass position. Not shaping up to be very well for Newman currently.
You're clear then. Still there? All right, you're clear. Clear all around. You got room, you're clear.
Sliding around Corey LaJoie. Car's definitely getting looser on these older tires. Spinning earlier definitely wore out the tires a little bit more as well.
Clear high, clear high.
Yeah, let's just win this race and not even have to worry about the points today. Why not? A stage 1 win would be a good start though, just in case. Schneider's won 4 playoff races so far, 2 in each of the first 2 rounds. 4 of the 6 that we have ran. The record is Tony Stewart back in 2011 won 5 races in the then called Chase. So Schneider would need 2 more wins here in these last 4 races to break Stewart's 2011 record. We're trying to win this championship. No, may have to win at Talladega to win the title as well. Despite how good of a season Schneider had, it's going to come down to the final race. And knowing it's Talladega, it's likely going to come down to the last couple hundred feet. Gonna have to be very, very patient in that 500-mile race too, not be overly aggressive early on. He's only DNF'd once this season on a super speedway, and he's actually DNF'd twice in his career on a super speedway. Both at Talladega. Last year in the playoff race at Talladega, this year in the final regular season race at Talladega. Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch about to go a lap down. Schneider's want to lap as many of these playoff drivers especially as possible. Oh, and he's in the wall off turn 4. That didn't help. Not good for Schneider. 2 laps to go in stage 1. He's going to have to try and run down the Busch brothers again. Kyle underneath Kurt into turn 1. Kyle will complete the pass. Kurt's looking pretty slow right now. Schneider catches him down the back straightaway. Schneider on the high side of Kyle Busch. Now Busch will go a lap down. Kyle is the first driver 1 lap down. Final lap of stage 1. See Denny Hamlin up there is the last car on the lead lap, but he should remain easily on the lead lap. And got another half lap to go, and Schneider's still a couple seconds behind him yet. Ryan Blaney up to second place. I wonder if Logano might have just let him go. Let Blaney get all the points he could get. Blaney, the last remaining Penske driver in the playoffs. Off turn 4, Keegan Schneider will win stage 1 at Gateway, add another stage win to the season for the 99. It was a little sloppy to start things out. Second half of the stage, though, by the time he got to the lead, it was a lot more calm. Hopefully, we'll see more of that as this race continues. 46th stage win of the season for Schneider. I said let's get to 50, and we're only 4 away now. It is possible. So Ryan Blaney ends up second. That's going to get him 9 points in the stage. Denny Hamlin gets 5 points, finishing 6th. 4 points for Kyle Busch, finishing 7th. 3 points for Kurt Busch, finishing 8th. That was all the round of 8 drivers who had received points there. Only playoff drivers to not receive stage points was Martin Truex Jr. in 12th, Ryan Newman in 16th, and Kevin Harvick in 18th. So I'm going to pause it for a quick second and calculate those points so I know the running order. And then we'll get going for the next stage. Only 45 laps in stage number 2 as well coming up. I believe I got everybody. Oh, almost forgot myself. All right. Pretty quick. A lot easier when you only got 8 drivers to worry about now versus, 16 and 12, especially when only 5 of them got stage points to begin with. It's kind of like that Daytona race of the stages where we only had, 3 drivers combined in both stages getting stage points. Kyle Busch does get the free pass, so he is back on the lead lap. Green flag back in the air. Didn't update the left side of the screen. That was still coming into the race on points. So he gets down to the bottom despite restarting 4th. He lost 3 spots on pit row, but he sends it into turn 1. And so does Bowman. 4 wide. Bowman gets a little sideways. Contact up high as well. And Schneider fights to the lead as they were 5 wide off the exit of turn 2. I didn't think they could fan out like that at Gateway. 5 wide off the exit of turn 2. Schneider to the lead. Bell up to second somehow. Bowman and Blaney still side by side for third. Back to the start-finish line. 41 laps to go in stage 2. Schneider pushing hard. He wants to hold on to this clean air as much as he can now. Logano's definitely got the second fastest car in the field, at least on the short run. Blaney caught him at the very end of the stage. He's got a top 5 car in the short run, but he doesn't have a race-winning car. Contact with Christopher Bell, a mean block, and Bell is going to save it, but he's going to lose a ton of positions. That is the desperation in trying to get to the championship 4. Schneider's been probably more aggressive in the first half of this race, what he's been maybe all season, between this and off turn 4 to win at Daytona. Now we got a caution and a stack up in turns 3 and 4. So caution will wave for the second time for incident here tonight. Not sure who crashed in turn 3, but somebody did. Somebody somewhere crashed. Matt Kenseth will get the free pass in 8th place. Kurt Busch lost a couple spots in the restart. And everybody will be staying out of the pits. No need to pit when they just pitted a couple laps ago under the stage brake. Three wide is rare at Darlington, but what about 5 wide at Gateway like we saw in the last restart? What's this restart going to bring? I'd be shocked if we go 5 wide again tonight. I'd be shocked if we go 5 wide again the rest of the season, even with Dega looming as the Championship 4 race. Green flag back in the air. Schneider gets a great launch in the preferred lane for the first time tonight. Bowman quickly gets down to the bottom. And he's trying to get a run off the exit of turn 2. Schneider with a block. Schneider going to try to be a little bit more clean on his blocks this time around. This is a 550 horsepower package race only because Darlington in 2020 was, and that was just over a mile in length. This being very similar to about a mile and a third in length. High downforce, low horsepower package will be used, and this is the final time we will see this package this season. Transformation of that when we go to Talladega for the Championship 4 race, but next time we're going to be seeing this for NASCAR Heat 5. Pretty good corner by Bowman. May have gotten off the exit of turn 2 a little bit better than Schneider. Schneider's just got a lot more straightaway speed. Joey Logano, though, he's got the fastest short run car in the field. Lost the lead as everybody fanned out 4 and 5 wide on the second to last restart. And this restart, he's up to third, but he restarted behind that. He's in that third row. He's stuck behind the 88 of Bowman. Bowman trying to get his first win of the season tonight. Schneider had to lift off the exit of turn 2. And Bowman's going to get to the lead. Big mistake by Schneider getting back into the gas too soon. Found it very difficult to find any sort of rhythm in this race. Bowman the showman leads at Gateway. Blaney and Logano side by side for third. Schneider closes quite a bit on entry into turns 1 and 2. Really good exit to the corner as well, as Schneider is pulling a lot closer to the 88. Now he'll look low into turn 3, trying to fight back for the lead again. Schneider's got it. Clearing Bowman. King Diamond Jeff, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the congrats on 1,000 subscribers as well. Oh man, looking at the chat, and I just wrecked in turns 1 and 2. Hopefully we don't get a caution, and we got a caution. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. Second spin for Schneider tonight. Maybe a little bit more damage than the last time, too. Dang. Denny Hamlin's going to hit pit road. Give himself some fresh tires. We were involved in the accident, so can't take fuel or tires. I'm penalizing myself here for spinning on the curb a second time. I was looking at the chat, and I spun off the curb. It just stinks that... Why does the curb do that at this track? You hit the curb and you spin. Like, you have no chance to just drive on it like the normal racing line. Green flag back in the air. Oh, Kyle Busch spins his tires on the restart. Schneider luckily got down to the bottom. No problem. Just like that, he's back up to third place. Busch, after spinning the tires, is going to get back up to third himself, it looks like. Schneider trying to hold off Jones and Logano. Hamlin stuck 3 wide middle between Boyer and Kurt Busch now. So third caution for incident in the race. on the outside of Kyle Busch. Remember, Busch had to start at the rear of the field, and the fact he was still able to get stage points in stage 1, maybe he's got the fastest car in the field. Schneider again off the wall in turn 2. This has got to be the worst driving I think I've done on NASCAR Heat 5 in a long time. I don't know what's going on with him.
Outside.
This is possibly really good for everybody else in the playoffs that isn't Schneider. Catching the 99 off of this game, even though he won stage 1. No problem for Amati either. I think I've pretty much gotten everybody. Any of the regulars that show up on a consistent basis and have been here for a long time on the channel has pretty much been modded now, I believe. Don't ask to be a mod as well. You guys have been pretty good with it. The first time I tried it a while back, it was not a great decision at that time. But right now that we're getting more people watching on a regular basis, gonna have to do it at some point. Oh wow, Blaney gets loose! And we got a caution again back in the pack. My goodness. We only have one caution in stage 1. Stage 2 equal in length. And Schneider's gonna hit pit road. Why not throw that second set of tires on the race car, top it off with fuel, and Eric Jones will get the free pass in 10. Truex would have gotten the free pass under the previous caution. So we have now had 3 cautions in stage 2 already, and we only had 1 caution in stage 1. Now Schneider only brought out the 1 yellow for spinning. The other 2 have happened as well. We just keep getting bunched up on the restarts. Man. 7 cautions in the race in stage 2. Oh my goodness.
Coming to the green, driver.
Hopefully that doesn't happen here. That's going to plague the length. Oh, Truex spins the tires now on the restart, and that was way worse than his teammate Kyle Busch did the restart prior. Schneider at least has been on the inside for every restart in stage 2. Sends it into the first turn, almost got into the 42 of Kenseth. Still gets to drive off with the fresher tires. Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney side by side for third. Schneider's already up to 5th before entering turn 3, clearing Christopher Bell. Blaney with a block on his teammate Logano. Now Blaney gets a little loose as Schneider shoves Logano right to the inside of the 12. Schneider fights up the middle, 3 wide. And up to 3rd. Kyle Busch trying to go for the lead on Bowman. Can Busch take his first lead of the night? Not a good exit off turn 2 for Schneider, and he's got to defend on Logano. Blaney back to the outside of the 22. Denny Hamlin on pressured tires himself as well. Really only 2 lap pressured tires for Schneider versus Hamlin, so Hamlin's going to likely be pretty quick here. It is Kyle Busch who leads at Gateway with just 19 laps to go in stage 2. Schneider to 2nd into turn 1, passing Bowman. Schneider really tight in line behind the 18. Hamlin going to make a move on Bowman into turn 3 for 3rd. Schneider risking it on the curve that time in 3 and 4. It's stuck, and that's going to give him a good run. On Kyle Busch into turn 1 for the lead with 18 to go in the 18 car in stage 2. Schneider clear off turn 2 with ease. Now he's back out in front, but Hamlin is closing in. It can really depend on how quickly Hamlin can get around his teammate for 2nd. We're going to alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in the race today. Final stage will be 110 laps as well. By far longer than each of the first 2 stages, combined even. There'll have to be a pit stop in that stage. Where the cautions played out in this one, we saw some pit stops In stage 2 at least, not so much in stage 1, which is the 1. Hamlin is up to second. He got around Kyle Busch off the exit of turn 2 that last lap. Sloppy start to the race, but kind of similar to stage 1, where stage 1 was sloppy at the beginning for Schneider. Then he got it going in the second half of the stage. It's kind of the same thing here in stage 2. Can't rely on that again in the final stage, because if he runs sloppy, he could DNF one of these times he spins. He's been very fortunate they've been slower spins. Both been off the curbing. Once was off the exit of turn 4. That second time was on the entrance to turn 1. Two very different areas of the track, two very different corners. 2 seconds is the gap between Schneider and Hamlin. Hamlin is still winless this season, for those of you who are wondering, but he has been by far the most consistent outside of the 99. In fact, even though Schneider's got all these wins, Hamlin has the same amount of top 10s as Schneider. That tells you how good of a season Hamlin has had. Kyle Busch only a few top 10s behind Hamlin and Schneider as well. All three of those drivers with over 20 top 10s this season. So you got this race and 3 more following it. We know Hamlin to be the best super speedway racer in the Cup Series today as well. That could play into his hands with the championship for Talladega. And could be a good possibility for him to maybe win the championship without winning the race this season. Maybe we'll get lucky and the other 3 will DNF before the end of the race. We can just kind of go for broke. I hope not. I mean, as good as that would be to lock the championship up as quick as possible in that race for me, a little bit of dissatisfaction for your guys' taste. Kind of stinks we're not going to have a custom schedule up for NASCAR 21 Ignition. It's going to be the only time you're going to see a Championship 4 race at Talladega in the Cup Series on future NASCAR games until we get a custom schedule season. So enjoy it next week when it happens. Not sure exactly what day it'll be on yet. I do want to do an online lobby one final time in NASCAR Heat 5 before I do that race, because I want that Talladega race to be the final NASCAR Heat 5 live stream. So I'll probably end up doing an online lobby on Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Not sure exactly what day, but Tuesday or Wednesday next week we can plan on an online lobby. I guess you guys can let me know down in the chat what day works better for you, Tuesday or Wednesday. Then we'll probably have the Championship 4 race at Talladega on Thursday next week. Side-by-side lap traffic in front of the 99, and he clips the wall getting into turn 1. Kind of about spun the car right around. That was really weird. Got on the brakes and it just kind of wheel hopped to the right, almost like when you're trying to downshift on a road course and it wheel hops sometimes. You're not downshifting at Gateway. Luckily it wasn't that hard of a hit. And luckily we stayed green, because the last thing Schneider needs now with 8 laps to go in stage 2 is another caution. NASCAR 21 Ignition releases October 28th, but if you pre-order it, you get it 2 days early. So October 26th will be the first night we'll stream. NASCAR 21 ignition.
You're all clear on top. Outside.
7 laps to go at stage 2. All these drivers Schneider's been passing are going a second lap down. So you got Toyota's 1, 2, 3 on the leaderboard. And the Penske cars of Logano and Blaney have now dropped. In fact, Blaney's outside the top 5 after finishing second in stage 1. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin have got their way to the front of the field. Hamlin finished 6th at the end of stage 1, but remember, he's got a little bit fresher tires than everybody except for Schneider. Schneider's got the freshest tires in the field, which is leading to him pulling away right now with a 7-second lead. Definitely a late release. I was, honestly, like in the middle of the summer, I was shooting for like early to mid-September, and late October's a lot later than what I thought it was going to be. I guess they did announce, though, that they are going to have like a patch when next season starts, that they'll update the rosters with the game coming out so late in the season this year. So that's kind of a bonus. I don't know if they're going to have the next-gen cars with that or not, or if it's just going to be the driver lineup itself that is going to be
Stay high up here. Clear low, bud.
updated. You just have to wait to see.
You're clear. Still there. All right, you're clear.
4 laps to go in stage 2. 11 seconds is the difference between first and second. Hamlin's still a little over a second and a half ahead of his teammate Kyle Busch.
All clear. Careful, still there. You got room. You're clear. That car ahead of you.
Oh, we got trouble off turn 2. Somebody is wrecking it. Is Quinn Houff. Quinn Houff has crashed off turn 2, or at least started blowing up. Actually, no, that is William Byron, I believe. I don't think it's Quinn Houff. It's hard to tell who that is. These graphics aren't even that bad, like on the PS2. I believe it's William Byron. Austin Dillon gets the free pass at 11th. And this caution with just 3 laps to go in the stage will end the stage under the yellow. So 4 cautions for incident in stage 2. And I gotta pause it to get the points all updated from that stage now, and then we'll get the final stage underway. So Keegan Schneider will win the stage under the caution. That'll be his 47th stage win of the season. Denny Hamlin would end up in second with Kyle Busch in third in the stage. Martin Truex Jr. gets 2 points. He did not get any stage points at stage 1, so they've made the right adjustments to his car to get him up to the 9th spot. See if they can keep improving on the day. Ryan Blaney ended up just getting back up to 5th. So he passed Logano in the last probably lap of the stage again, just like he did last time. I think team orders were in play between the 12 and the 22 tonight. Coincidental how that happens in the first 2 stages. Logano not being in the playoffs anymore, and Blaney still trying to run for a championship. And those were the only 5 drivers who ended up receiving points. Not sure where Kurt Busch is at. Kurt was in the top 10 at the end of stage 1. He was 8th. And he's not even on the lead lap anymore right now. Hopefully nothing happen to him that he would DNF. Alrighty. I'll update the points on the left side of your screen real quick. Shouldn't take too long. Maybe another 60 seconds at the most. And then we'll be good to go. I think the worst day so far has to go for Ryan Newman, considering he was up in the second spot at the very start of the race. And he has just quickly faded in this one. Finished 16th at the end of stage 1. Congrats on your OBJ jersey, by the way. Hopefully you're excited about that. It was always nice when I was a kid getting a new jersey. Didn't really have a lot of NASCAR merchandise growing up. I really didn't start getting that until I started buying it on my own here within the last 3, 4, 5 years. I got like 2 Greg Biffle shirts, maybe 3, and that was it. That was like my whole childhood. It wasn't just like at once. I only got one that still fits me. And I think that's because I got it at Michigan in 2015. I think that's why. Because that would have been my freshman year of high school. Going into my freshman year. Probably weigh 20, 30 pounds more now than what I did then. And the shirt was an extra large on, or might have been, I think it was a large, but on me then it fit like an extra large, and now it fits kind of normal. All right. I was getting sidetracked there, sorry. I was expecting this to not take that long, and then I started rambling on about Greg Biffle, so I got a little sidetracked. Alrighty. Something's not right. Oh, I don't know why I have Blaney on here twice. Oh, undo that. Now I messed it up even more. Undo. There we go. Almost deleted Harvick's points. I didn't know what he was at, and I had it full screen. Making all sorts of mistakes here. Don't go anywhere. We are about to get the final stage underway. I just wanted to update the left side of the screen for the points, and we'll be good to go. Definitely taking a little bit longer than what I was originally hoping, but that's all right. There we go. Good thing for the Championship 4 race, we won't have to calculate any sort of point standings. That'll be pretty explanatory, I guess. All right, so I already got the points situated. Now I just got to crop it out so it'll fit on the screen without any overlaps. So the final stage, once again, will be 110 laps. By the time we go green, we'll probably have about 107 laps to go. There it is. So there is the updated point standings going into the final stage here tonight at Gateway. Still not sure exactly where Kurt Busch is running. Next caution we get, assuming we'll get another one before the end of the race. And we just had 4 of them in that 45-lap second stage. We've had 5 total already in the first half of the race. Only a 200 lapper tonight at Gateway. Green flag back in the air. Final stage, who will advance to the Championship 4? Hamlin looking to get a run to the inside of Schneider. A little bit of contact. That was all on Schneider trying to pull the block on Hamlin, it looked like. That's why there was even contact to begin with. A little bit of contact again there off the exit of turn 4. Oh, look at Busch forcing 3 wide. Wasn't expecting him to go 3 wide to the outside. Now they're 4 wide out of the rear view. And Blaney is going to surge up to the inside of Schneider. Busch caught the 99 and the 11 by surprise. Bell gets into Hamlin. That moves the 11 up wide. Schneider tries to side draft, and here comes Blaney to the inside, 3 wide for the lead. I need to get the chat back up here for a second. I don't have a chat in front of me. Sorry to break the intensity there. That was getting epic. Hamlin up high, Blaney to the inside for the lead. Schneider is now put back in the middle, 3 wide again. At least cleared Bell off the exit of the corner. Now Kyle Busch is 3 wide middle, and Ryan Blaney, for the first time tonight, leads at Gateway. Schneider goes 3 wide, again himself to the inside. Here comes Kenseth. Almost got there. Schneider hugs the curb and he's up to second. All clear off turn 4. Logano with a block on Kenseth. Hamlin still to his outside, but it's Ryan Blaney who leads this race for the first time as we're almost halfway home. JT Plays, welcome to the stream. Big block on the 22. Blaney's pulling away. Cars One Boy, welcome back as well.
Looking inside now. You got room to clear that.
Blaney's had a good car tonight. Not this good. What a restart for the 12. Bunch of contact happening in front of him those first couple laps, and he was able to capitalize on it. Squeezed by to the inside cleanly. Look at this top 5. Logano, Kenseth, and Jones behind the 99. Those guys are 3rd through 5th. Top 2 racing for a spot in the Championship 4. A win will get them there. Logano trying to charge hard. He's got a really good short run car. He gets underneath Schneider, trying to help his teammate out up there, but Schneider gets just enough of an exit to turn 2, beating Logano back to the gas to close back down in front of him on entry into turn 3. Kyle Busch's battle back to 5th spot. Kenda running a low line off the exit of 4, trying to keep the 18 car behind him. Schneider closes big time into 1 and 2. Really good corner entry there for Schneider. Kenza looks like he's trying to get around the 22 of Logano as well. And that's why he's running a really low exit. It's definitely holding Kyle Busch behind him. Corner after corner as well, though. Schneider sends it into turn 1 again. Really got it to stick that time. Slowly closing in on the 12. Starting corner high, gonna kind of diamond and arc it off. Really good exit to turn 4. Schneider will look for the lead into turn 1. Clear off the exit of turn 2, new leader. For the first time in stage 3, Schneider leads after winning the first 2 stages of the night. Trying to go for the clean sweep and advance to the championship 4, not having to worry about Bristol or the Charlotte Roval. We are officially halfway. 100 laps down, 100 still to go. Schneider's still got 5 sets of tires left to the end. We know everybody will have to pit at least one more time. Seen a lot of caution so far. There's not a lot of drivers pitting under those cautions. You go about 70 laps on fuel, give or take. And there's a caution. Once again, not a shocker the way the yellows have flown here today. Our 6th for incident, now the first one of the final stage with just 99 laps to go. And we're going to have some split strategy within the field. Schneider going to pit from the lead. Jones, Bowman, Hamlin, Bell, and Truex all going to pit as well. Austin Dillon stays out. Kurt Busch will get the free pass at 12, so he's back on the lead lap. And it looks like the top 4 will stay out, which will be Blaney and Logano on the front row, Kenseth and Kyle Busch in row 2. And we'll head to the restart. Austin Dillon also stayed out, so the top 5 cars stay out of the pits. 6th on back will have fresh tires. Green flag back in the air at Gateway. 96 laps to go. First caution of the final stage. Schneider quickly gets down to the bottom. He's going to try to challenge. And he goes a little bit wider than what he wanted to. They're 4 wide again. They have been 4 and 5 wide in turns 1 and 2 in the restarts all day long. And now they're 3 by 3 back there. Some of the drivers on fresh tires trying to get through. Schneider is already going to get up to 2nd into turn 3. And he's underneath the 12 of Blaney. A little contact with Blaney as well off the exit of 4, and that kind of stalled out the 99 just a little bit. Trying to side draft him. So Schneider will be the first driver on fresh tires to get to the lead. Off turn 2, he had the lift though, and here comes Blaney trying to squeeze into the middle. He couldn't get out of Dodge. Schneider having to lift off the corner exit. Risky on the curbing, and as he tries to get back underneath Logano, that costed him time. Bowman closes the gap. Schneider into turns 1 and 2. Clears Logano. Hopefully this time he doesn't get back in the gas too soon. He does not. He'll hold on to the lead this time. But Bowman's up to second place behind him. And here comes Bell as well on pressured tires for third. Schneider overcooks it just a little bit into 3 and 4 on entry. Cuts down the center of the corner though, keeping the 88 car behind him. Schneider got a much better drive off, and now Bell's got a shot to go after Bowman for second place into turns 1 and 2. Michael Turner, welcome to the stream. Blaney and Logano side by side back there as well. Bowman really good through 1 and 2, hooking the bottom. And he'll be going for the lead on the inside into turn 3. He's already got the positioning underneath Schneider, who's on the top. Schneider trying to arc the corner out just a little bit more. Will he stay to the outside of Bowman? Bowman almost cleared, but not quite. Schneider's going to side draft him back. Schneider gets the launch into turn 1, but he couldn't quite pull down in front of the 88. Bowman clears. Schneider backs the corner up, and now he's going to try to get to the inside of Bowman. Sends it into 3. Great battle for the lead. Schneider clear off turn 4. Back and forth go Bowman and Schneider. Still got 90 laps to go. Schneider goes up the track in 1 and 2. Bowman trying to get to the bottom again. And he does get there. Schneider trying to squeeze him into turn 3. And all he did was move himself up out of the way. And here comes Christopher Bell. Bell to the inside as Bowman almost spun. Getting chopped off by the 99. And Christopher Bell was in the right place at the right time. And now he makes contact with Schneider, and Bell goes sideways. And the 88 straightens him out. And we still stay green at Gateway. My goodness. Bowman to second place again. It does give the 99 a lot more breathing room than what he's had for a long time in this race. I guess the end of stage 2 would have been the last time he had this much breathing room between him and the car behind him trying to battle for the lead. Took a little bit of contact to get there. Schneider has not had the cleanest drive at all tonight by any means necessary, and he's still got the lead up to this point. Will he be able to keep it in another 87 laps to claim that 23rd victory of the season? That would be career win number 28 in the Cup Series. Schneider currently sitting at 60 wins between Truck, Xfinity, and Cup all together on the Heat 5 career mode. It'll be 2 seasons of Cup, 2 seasons of Xfinity, and 1 season of Trucks to get those 60 wins. Highly impressive. 13 career Truck wins, 20 career Xfinity wins, and sitting at 27 career Cup wins, trying to add a 61st total and a 28th total in the Cup Series. Bowman lost all that ground, but he's not really losing time interval-wise that much to Schneider's sense. Four laps to go. Well, Martin Church Jr. though up to 5th place. He's 15 points below the cutoff line right now. He just crept into the top 10 for the first time right at the end of stage 2, getting to 9th place. And now he's inside the top 5 after all these crazy restarts. Trying to put himself in position for something special. At least get as many of those points back as he can before heading into Bristol tomorrow night. Not a good track for Martin Church Jr. in his career. I know he's a good road course racer. Maybe he'll have a shot to win at the Roval, but I don't want it to have to come down to that, that's for sure. We got 12 drivers on the lead lap. 2 drivers that are 1 lap down right now would be playoff drivers of Ryan Newman and Kevin Harvick. And there are 2 drivers out of the race as well, Bobby Carter and Chris Buescher. The 2 drivers out of this race with 81 laps to go as we are in the final stage. This is the run to the checkered flag. Bell Bowman's still battling. I think since getting into lap traffic, Bell has actually closed that gap. Haven't really talked about him all night, but Eric Jones is in 4th place. Really, we've seen a bunch of Toyotas at the front of the field. I mean, you got 4 Toyotas in the top 5 right now. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin finished 2nd and 3rd at the end of stage 2. They both stayed out of the pits, though, under that last caution. And just brushes the wall off turn 2.
Careful, still there. All clear.
Only about 9 lap pressure tires for the drivers that did pit under that only caution so far in the final stage. Again, everybody will have to pit to the end anyway. Even the drivers that just pitted are about 21 laps short on fuel to the end of the race. But they will try to take it as long as they possibly can, I'd have to assume. Pretty lengthy pit road here at Gateway. At a slower pace, Schneider almost overcorrected it. That was a big moment off the exit of turn 4, the same spot he had spun in stage 1 in the first dozen laps of the race. Very, very lucky. A great catch of the race car. Been flirting with the curve all night long. It's bit him twice, and it almost bit him a 3rd time. The old saying, 3 strikes and you're out. That could have been the one that could have DNF'd Schneider on the night. It's a good thing he won the first 2 stages of the race, but he's got a car that is capable of winning once again here tonight. This would punch his ticket to the championship 4. Why wait until tomorrow to try and do it all over again? And a more demanding race that is longer in distance. And it's a very grueling racetrack on top of it at Bristol. Schneider did win the Bristol night race last season. And he won the Bristol spring race earlier this year. One of the few tracks that we've actually gone at more than once. We had a Pocono doubleheader, which we raced at Pocono twice. Daytona and Talladega 3 times by the end of the season. And Bristol twice as well. It'll be our second trip to Bristol, with the first in the nighttime sky. Coverage on the channel tomorrow night will begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that race. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night will be our Bristol night race, and that is another big slide up the curbing. It's just a force of habit of me running down there. It's so hard not to run down there because it's like a preferred lane. It just looks natural. Hug that curbing off the exit of turn 4. Schneider's car is definitely sliding around quite a bit. Not even halfway through the tire stent yet.
Still there? Clear high.
We're going to have to be more and more careful. You see Kurt Busch a few cars up the way. Last car in the lead lap after getting the free pass. Last caution, so he definitely doesn't want to go a lap down, but Schneider's got a pretty torrid pace, and he's closing on him pretty quickly.
Still there?
We've got both the front row cars of David Reagan, Michael McDowell.
All clear. You got room. You're clear there. You're all clear up top.
Schneider quickly gets around Kurt Busch. So Kurt's 1 lap down.
All right, you're clear.
First driver lap down again, so he'll be hoping for a quick caution. Well, the next driver 1 lap down loses lapsy that time off the curbing in turn 4 as Schneider passed Reddick. It stuck perfectly. It's kind of hit or miss.
Clear high, clear high.
Not on it quite often tonight. He's really only got sideways 4 times. Twice he was able to save it, and the other 2 times not so much.
Stay at the bottom here. Car high, careful there. All right, you're clear.
We're fortunate they were lazy spins. But the more this race goes green, the better it is for the 99 crew.
Careful, still there. Clear low there. All right, you're clear there. Stay low, stay low. All right, clear outside. Still there. You got room, you're clear there.
He's got about a 13-second lead. Bowman's still in second place. He's pulled out about 3 seconds now over Christopher Bell. Denny Hamlin has passed his teammate Truex to get inside the top 5 to 5th. 22 seconds off the lead. Hamlin is the second highest running playoff driver behind, of course, the race leader, Rudolf Schneider, is trying to get the win. Any playoff driver to win a race, so for the other 7, they would probably had to be a playoff driver preferred to be Schneider because he's so far ahead of the cut line as it is. It wouldn't really hurt them as bad. They would still lock up the spot early, though. Alternate through the different camera angles for the second and final time in tonight's race. The next dozen laps. Austin Dillon about to go lap down, so now Kurt Busch is no longer in the free pass position as Austin Dillon is the first driver 1 lap down into turn 3.
You got room, you're clear.
You know, Kevin Harvick's 2 laps down. Looks like Ryan Newman's in danger of going 2 laps down as well. He has moved up to 13th, so he's slowly progressing forward. To get a top 10, considering he's already a lap down and is about to go in the death sentence of 2 laps down. It is not looking good for the Rocket Man. There he is, 2 laps down into turn 1 that time. Ryan Blaney's in danger of going a lap down as well. He's really falling back after taking the lead on the restart. Once he lost that lead, he is fading. Would have been the second to last restart that Blaney had actually gotten to the lead. He is back to 9th. Joey Logano in 8th place, not that far ahead of him. It's been a solid day. Blaney scored a ton of stage points. Still 9th in the race. Came into this one 5 points below the cutoff line, the first driver below the cutoff line, but coming into the final stage alone, he has now pointed himself ahead of Newman. Then we came in 11 points to the good. Now he is 9 points to the negative into the final stage, where Blaney's got that final spot of points currently, and he's only 4 points behind Hamlin. Coming into the stage with Kyle Busch, not that far up the way as well. Donald gonna go lap down. Truex, Kyle Busch, Hamlin, all right there. 5th, 6th, and 7th. Far the largest lead of the race for anybody. All the cautions we've had might be the longest green flag run of the race so far. Only 4 cars remain on the lead lap. And outside of the race leader, none of them are playoff drivers. Hamlin, the first driver lap down in 5th, is in the playoffs, so Schneider would like to lap Eric Jones, who's the last car on the lead lap right now. 61 laps to go. At least it wasn't an ugly start from the stage for Schneider. That is one thing that has been different so far from the first 2 stages, and that is probably what has led to him getting out to this big of a lead. Never had to really come from a major deficit, but at least a little bit of one. Sent it into 3. He wanted to get around Jones as quickly as possible, and he did right there. Now just 3 cars on the lead lap with 59 laps to go. Bell going to go lap down into turn 1 as well behind all this lap traffic. Schneider hugging the curb as he tries to get around Josh Bilicki, clears him. Oh wow, Bell's still on the outside. He must have taken it 3 wide on the lap cars into 1 and 2. He's still going to battle Schneider, it looks like, into turn 3. Schneider trying to clear. Moves up at the last second now to try and get to the outside of Clinton Boyer and does. Now Bell in 3rd place is the first driver, 1 lap down. 58 laps to go. Bowman, the last car on the lead lap. Mr. Michael McDowell very lucky not to wreck there with them already being 3 wide with crease up high.
You got it, you're clear there.
Schneider hasn't really dominated the race despite winning the first 2 stages, but he has dominated the final stage.
Still there? Clear though, bud. Careful, still there.
Pitting under that last caution, definitely
All right, you're clear.
pretty good call. And it was an easy call, too, because we still have 4 sets of tires left at the end of the race. We only have to pit one more time. We get more cautions like we did at the end of the last stage. Might pit some more anyway. 56 to go. Bowman going to go lap down. Schneider slid off the curbing right into the side of the 88, so it's kind of moved him out of the way. He's likely going to get around him quickly anyway. Just want to do it a little cleaner, that's all. Hamlin and Kyle Busch battling right now for position. Schneider to the outside, 3 wide on the playoff drivers of Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick. He is absolutely on a tear right now. He's already lapped the field, just 55 laps remain, and then he'll be in the championship 4 the way things are looking right now. Probably going to split this final stage in about half. Scott back at Stenhouse off turn 2, trying to make that dive to the bottom and get out of the gas as well. Closing rate in these corners so much greater with how much faster Schneider's car is getting the longer this run goes. There's Byron, who had an issue earlier in the race. Still in the top 15, not bad. Really good performance at Atlanta a couple races ago. Top 10 run, had a chance to win for most of that race. Led a lot of laps. Haven't really seen that out of Byron up until then so far this season. Schneider's got a big enough lead now. If he pits, I think he'll still be in the lead by the time he cycles out. Everybody else will still have to pit as well. Probably looking at 50 laps to go to pit. That last caution came out with 99 laps left. That would be almost halfway. Has not had to make a green flag stop so far today. In fact, nobody has had to make a green flag stop because the first 2 stages were only 45 laps each. No adjustment's going to be coming on the 99. It's just strictly going to be 4 tires and fuel.
Still there? Clear high, bud.
Ryan Newman 3 laps down. Even Austin Dillon at 11th is go 3 laps down. Sorry, 2 laps down. Rather. At least Newman's outrunning 2 playoff drivers. He's ahead of Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick, but below the cutoff line. The round of 8, 13th will not cut it. 3/4 of the way home. 50 laps to go tonight at Gateway. Schneider will pick this time by. Stays green to the end of the race. This will be his final pit stop of the night. Have to take this access road to the pits. Pit road speed limit 45 miles an hour. Schneider going to coast his way on to make sure he wasn't going to speed. So here it is, 4 tires and fuel, definitely within the pit window to make it to the end. Will this be the final stop? Scheduled to be a pretty quick stop. Too bad there's no like pit road animations where they make mistakes like in the older NASCAR games too. You can kind of rely on a fast or at least a decent stop at the very least every time. A little tricky on that access road, and I don't know why. I did that in qualifying too. But it was a clean stop nonetheless. Schneider has about a 5-second lead on Alex Bowman as he makes his way off of pit road. Now he's got fresher tires than the rest of the field as well. He was looking to rip it. We're holding back now. It's the run to the finish. Schneider 2.2 seconds faster than Bowman that last lap. Catching some lap traffic that time in the next corner. Wide middle there as well. Oh, we got trouble in turns 3 and 4. Bubba Wallace is smoking. It looks like Wallace is the one smoking. And just after Schneider pitted about 2 to 3 laps ago, we get another caution, our 6th of the race. And just our 2nd of the final stage with 47 laps to go. Schneider just hit pit road. He might as well pit again. You wouldn't think 2 to 3 lap older tire is going to make that much of a difference, but he's still got 3 sets left to the finish, so might as well pit. We'll restart with 43 laps to go. Schneider's just got to hope he wins the race off pit road with pitting again. That's the only real risk here. But if he wins the race off pit road, we'll be all right. And the free pass, by the way, I believe went to Austin Dillon in 11th. Austin Dillon in 11th place. We'll get the free pass. Green flag back in the air. We've seen 4 and 5 wide on nearly every restart so far. With 43 to go, will we see it again? Schneider not perfect going from 3rd to 4th gear that time. And Bowman trying to cross him over. Despite restarting on the high side, he gets to the bottom, and Bowman gets to the lead off turn 2. What a restart for the 88. Schneider trying to charge to the bottom, though, into 3 and 4 himself. Down to the curbing. Trying to side draft the 88. Didn't make contact with him, but he's doing all he can. Doesn't have quite a superior of a short-run car. Schneider up the track, but he clears the 88 briefly. Bowman with a perfect crossover, and here comes Kyle Busch. Busch looking for a spot at the championship 4 is up to 3rd. Schneider to the inside of Bowman again, into turns 3 and 4. Off the curbing, holds it inside of the 88. He needed all the room he could get. Schneider clears Bowman, but here comes Busch. And he passes both of them. Kyle Busch to the leading gateway. I don't think he's led all night. He started at the rear of the field. Schneider's going to charge hard, though, into 3, just like he did on the 88 a couple laps ago, but it didn't work that time. Busch a little bit faster. Contact with Logano off turn 2. That stalled Blaney out on the inside, but allows Busch to pull away a little bit more. Can Kyle Busch make it to the championship 4 with a win in the inaugural race at Gateway and the round of 8 opener? And will we stay green to the end? It'll be a 43-lap green flag run if that is the case. Eric Jones up to 3rd. He gets around Bowman through 3 and 4. Logano holding on to 5th with his teammate Blaney and Christopher Bell as well right behind him. They're side by side for 6th. Started a little wide on turn 2. He brushes the wall, and Jones is going to get the second. Now Busch has a teammate in second place behind him that can help him out, maybe slow the 99 up.
Still there inside. You got room. You're clear.
Schneider's really struggling in dirty air now. Getting tight since the 20 car passed him. Especially with this 550 rules package, only making it even worse in the center of the corners. Taller rear spoilers. Schneider sends it into 3, trying to get underneath the 20 of Jones. That time he did get underneath him. He took Jones's line away. Jones gets the drive off, though. Schneider will have to try again in 1, it looks like. He'll have to drive it in just as deep as he did into turn 3, considering he wasn't underneath the 20 anymore. And now he clears Jones off the exit of turn 2, but here comes Alex Bowman. Bowman gets around Jones as well. Schneider with a big block on the 88. That allows the 20 to pull back to the outside of Bowman now. Kyle Busch has almost a 2-second race lead with 35 laps to go. The top 2 try to look to get into the championship 4. Schneider has had the faster long-run car of the night. But we haven't seen Busch with this track position. This is the first time he has led after starting at the rear. He got to the top 10 by the end of stage 1. End of stage 2, he was second. And now he is, third rather, and now he's in position all of a sudden to win this race. Dirt Crypto is torn between me and Kyle Busch right now. Essentially, he's just rooting for us not to wreck each other is all he really wants. Whoever wins. We can clinch on points as long as we really make it to the end of the race is the big thing. This win would definitely mean more for Busch. Coming in a much tighter point situation than Schneider, but even Busch is sitting decently above the cutoff line right now. Trying to get out of Dodge's way though with Bristol and the Roval up next. $178 points. Yeah, that's ahead of the cutoff line. It was 163 coming into the night, but we won the first 2 stages, so now it's up to 178. These points are updated after the end of stage 2. Let's go green to the end. We will catch lap traffic. Schneider's closing in on Busch over the last few laps. It's just less than a second off the race lead into turn 1 now. Pushed it way too hard though. Into the wall off turn 2. He goes from 0.8 of a second off the lead back to a 1.5 seconds off the lead. He enters the right side of the car just a little bit. Might tighten the car up on its own, let alone when he gets closer behind the 18 of Busch. 30 laps to go. Toyotas have pretty much been in the top 5 all night. really between 6 different drivers for Toyota have been in the top 5 all night at times. We got a first, second, and fifth. So Hamlin leading laps early on. Truex led the first lap after qualifying on the pole. Started to slowly run Busch down, not as quickly as he was before though. The damage is hindering just a little bit. And we'll see who's going to get through the lap traffic a little bit quicker. Oh, Busch got hung up behind the 51 of Joey Gase. They're going to split Gase 3 wide off the exit of turn 2. Busch to the inside. Schneider to the high side. Schneider going to try to throw a block on Busch down the back straightaway. He's clear. Schneider to the lead in turn 3. Oh, and now he gets caught behind Ty Dillon. He got into the back of the 13, and Busch is back to the lead. Schneider mistimed that run poorly behind Ty Dillon. Now they split Quinn Houck. Side by side up here between Chastain and Fincham. Busch trying to pull out a line. Schneider picked the wrong line.
Stay low, stay low. You got room, you're clear.
Schneider definitely has a faster car at this point in the run. 26 to go. He has to be patient on Busch. Not force himself into an issue. Big run. He's going to try to pick Busch behind LaJoie into turn 3. Busch tries to split LaJoie to the high side himself. Bilicki may get in the way of the 99 now. Schneider hugs the curbing, hangs on to it. Side drafts Bilicki, keeping Busch on the high side behind the 7. New leader at the line, 25 laps to go. Schneider leads at Gateway. As long as he just hangs on to the car and continues to mow through the lap traffic, and this race stays green, he should have this thing locked up.
Stay high, stay high.
A lot of clean air in front of Justin Haley. Schneider clears him off the high side on turn 4. Busch just getting around Wallace now. He's still going to have to get around Haley himself. Really good spot for Schneider to break away. Busch in the dirtier air. Schneider's got a little bit of clean air for a couple laps. Had as many as 16 people watching here recently. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already for more daily NASCAR content on the channel. I was looking at my analytics here recently. So my analytics on YouTube, as of the last 3 months, we've got 91% of people who have watched any video or stream on the channel are not subscribed. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. More daily NASCAR content, live commentary with real and video game races. Helps me out a ton and trying to get into the booth one day. Every small step goes one long way. 2.5 to 3 second lead between Schneider and Kyle Busch. Bowman only a second behind Busch now. He's almost closing in on him all of a sudden. As Kyle maybe, I wouldn't say he's struggling in lap traffic because Busch doesn't really have anybody around him. Schneider struggled to get around Stenhouse that time. I know Dark Crypto some. But yeah, I just happened to look at it. The only reason I even looked at that stuff too is just because I was on YouTube Studio app earlier because I was trying to get that monetization thing figured out. And why it's not running anything right now. Even though I have the monetization on, it's still not like actually registering.
Got one peeking outside.
Even though I registered already too. I did all the steps I needed to. I personally don't know anybody else that has a YouTube channel, so I can't really ask for help or anything of what's going on, or if they had this experience too. Kind of on my own right now. No, Elliott is not having a good day, that is for sure. Which is weird because he has had a really good playoffs. I know he didn't even make it to the round of 16, but he has been stellar. I think he's got 4 top 10s in the first 6 races. A couple top 5s in there as well. He's great at Watkins Glen. Had a good finish at Daytona.
Careful, still there.
Kentucky, he had a really good run and ran top 3 all night. Had a shot to win that race. Atlanta, he had a pretty decent run too. White Hanson, welcome to the stream. Yes, it's crazy. 15 people watching. It will forever mind blow me that we had 376 people watching that stream the other day. The live commentary of the Talladega race. Just absolutely crazy. Record on the channel before that was 64, so that is just insane.
Alright, you're clear.
And a lot of people pumped for Dega. $15 laps to go this time by.
Careful, still there. Got one peeking outside.
Final stage has been a little weird compared to the rest of the race. We've only had 2 cautions for incident in the final stage. We had 4 in a 45 lap stage 2, and then we had 1 in a 45 lap opening stage as well. Giving ourselves a total of 7 cautions for incident so far today, including those 2 stage breaks.
Still there.
Mind-boggling. It really is mind-boggling. I should say was mind-boggling. It's up over 16,000 views right now, too. Most viewed stream or video on the channel in history, and it's only been up on the channel for 4 days. Not even 4 full days. I mean, granted, most of the views are pretty much done. I highly doubt it's going to get any more from this point on, considering it was a live event that already happened. You guys can't actually see the picture of it, but it's still growing. It's crazy.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
I was expecting a little bit of a blimp in our, usual viewership and ratings when NASCAR 21 Ignition came out. And I was kind of banking on that because that's what happened with NASCAR Heat 5. I was expecting to capitalize on it this time around. I was not expecting to blimp up before NASCAR 21 Ignition came out. That definitely took me by surprise. I was just kind of like really banking on NASCAR 21 Ignition. It's like, wow, it hit like 3 or 4 weeks before. I was just shocked. It means you guys are liking the content. I really do appreciate it. I have a lot of fun with these streams every day. When I'm at work, especially if it's a work day, I look forward. I think about it throughout the course of the day. Like, man, can't wait to race tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Some of you guys out here talking NASCAR throughout the course of it as well, as we always do.
Still there.
And even on my days off, forward to it. Definitely one of the brighter parts of my day.
You're all clear up top.
Back to the racing side of things right now. Schneider has grown out to an 11-second lead over Kyle Busch. Busch still only about a second ahead of Bowman. Bowman hasn't really got closer than that. Had a lot of late race yellows in these playoff races so far. If I'm thinking correctly, the longest green flag run to the end of a race so far in the playoffs is the round of 12 opener in New Hampshire, went 43 laps green to the end of the race. But that was a race we only had about 5 cautions total anyway. This race alone, we've had 7 already, and it's a shorter race, both mileage and laps.
All right, 10 to go. Keep it nice and smooth for us.
10 laps to go.
Careful, still there. You're all clear up top. Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there. Say hi, say hi.
Had a 5-second lead, look up, it's a 12-second lead. Now it's a 14.5-second lead. So it continues to grow. 8 laps to go this time by. 10th place Martin Truex Jr. is about to go a lap down.
Careful, still there. All clear.
Denny Hamlin is kind of slowly sliding back throughout the course of the final stage, and he's in 9th place. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Right at the end. Just in time. McKee boys, welcome to the stream. Yeah, the Cup Series is racing here next year. Get a little preview of it. It should be a longer race than this, though. I don't think it's going to be 200 laps. This is kind of a short race. I mean, what? This is less than 2 hours. Right about 2 hours. Stream started at 7. I don't think we actually got the race going until about like 7:08, 7:09. So it'll be really close to the 2-hour mark by the time I check the flag twice. That was even with 7 cautions, so like the race pace things. And Bowman and Busch are battling back and forth. Bowman currently has the 2nd spot right now. That would be the restart on the front row if we get a caution late.
Caution's out, wave them off.
And 2 seconds after saying something, we have a caution with 7 laps to go. Denny Hamlin gets the free pass in 9th. Wow. Well, that was like exact timing, right? Like, not even 2 seconds after I said something. Caution. It's like the game hears me, and then we just get a yellow immediately. Terry Lewis, welcome to the stream. Schneider is going to pit. He's got 2 sets of tires left. 3 sets, actually, of tires left. He'll take 4 fresh Goodyears right now. He spun their tires on a restart earlier on older tires at the end of stage 2, and he doesn't want to do that again with just a few laps to go.
We're going green.
So he'll restart 8th, but he's going to have about 40 lap pressure tires than the rest of the field. Green flag back in the air. 3 laps to go after Josh Bilicki brought out the caution. Chance for the championship 4 on the line. Schneider gets into Logano into the first turn as he tries to force it 3 wide.
You got room, you're clear there.
And a massive run, and he'll easily blow by Kyle Busch. Busch didn't even try to block into turn 3. Good call on taking the tires there. He's still got 2 sets left. We've seen cautions after restarts a lot today. Well, we see another 2 laps to go. Schneider trying to get to that white flag as quick as possible. Kyle Busch trying to hang on to 2nd place. Only playoff driver outside of the leader who's in the top 5. And as they make their way up turn 4, white flag is waving. 1 lap to go at Gateway. In the most dominant season that we have ever had in a NASCAR Heat video game, Heat 4 or Heat 5, a NASCAR video game in general on the channel, career mode, season mode, championship mode, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what game, Heat 4, Heat 5, NASCAR Thunder 04, NASCAR Chiefs for the Cup 2005, we have not had this dominant of a season. It's not over yet, but another chapter is etched in the history books. Keegan Schneider will win his 23rd race of the season, and he will advance to the championship 4. I think I broke the game. I think the game broke. Schneider has won at Gateway. I always wondered if the game was going to break one of these times. It glitches out at the finish, and it took until 4 races to go, but it finally happened. My RPMs are cranking over 13,000 right now. Well, at least I can close the application. How does that happen? Well, so we won. We're going to keep the win. The problem is, I don't know where everybody else is going to finish. We know Kyle Busch finished second, so no matter, we're going to have to simulate it. He's dominating so much the game can't even keep up. The game says no. The game says no, you are not going to the championship 4. I'm going to have to mute the game before I get copyrighted. Alright. Who cares? I'm not getting monetized right now anyway, so... I wouldn't want to take the stream down, so stick with us here. Now, we won this race. I'm doing the point... As I rip the headphone out of my ear. I'm doing the points myself throughout the course of the season anyway because of the Heat 5 errors. So we are in the championship 4. Keegan Schneider will advance with his 23rd win of the season. Kyle Busch will finish in second. But every other position behind that, we're going to have to simulate it. None of the playoff drivers DNF'd. Oh, I can't even simulate it. Well, that kind of stinks. Well, wait a minute, though. So, I mean, the thing is... Let me just put it at like 2%. I wish there was a way to simulate the race. Yeah, we'll just have to... I mean, we'll just run these 4 laps, I guess. And we already won. The problem is I'm scared we're going to cross the finish line and it's going to glitch out again. That's what I'm scared of. So we know Kyle Busch finishes in second. Denny Hamlin was 9th on the restart after getting the free pass. I'd assume he's going to finish 9th again. So we'll just give him 9th place. Truex was in 10th. I do remember that. We'll just simulate. We'll give Kyle Busch second, every other position, unless it's like outrageous. Where like Newman ends up finishing like second after he was running outside the top 10 the whole day or something like that. Like, I think what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna go off of where we saw everybody running at last. that last time through, and that's where we're gonna score them. Because I think I pretty much remember the 8. Obviously, we won. Kyle Busch was second. Um, Truex was 10th. Hamlin was 9th. Newman was 13th. Kurt Busch was 14th. Kevin Harvick was 18th. I just don't know exactly where Blaney was at. Blaney would have been, he was outside the top 5, so Blaney was 6th through 8th. He was somewhere 6th through 8th. And I think he's the last driver, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess if Blaney finishes 6th through 8th, wherever he finishes in this is where we're going to score him. I don't know exactly where he was. I know he's side by side on that restart for 6, but I don't know if he held on or if he would have dropped back. So pretty much we've got the positions all figured out no matter what happens here. I just hope the game doesn't keep crashing, because if it keeps crashing, I don't know how I'm going to... My worst case scenario, I'll just run the last 3 races on a separate championship mode. I got the points on my laptop, on my Google Docs, so we're good there. Oh, Blaney was 5th? Okay, he must have gotten to 5th on the last lap then. Logano probably let him through again like he did in every other stage before that. Here, pass me, you're racing for a championship. All right, so we'll get Blaney 5th place. So we got the points situated. It's like Truex is about to win this thing. But we are going to be the one going to the championship 4 and actually get the win at Gateway tonight. I guess the only other thing to do now is update those point standings. Let me know down in the stream if you want me to update the point standings for you guys now, if you're willing to stick it out for a couple extra minutes. If not, I'll just end the stream as soon as I cross the finish line here. I mean, I might as well do it. It won't take that long. It'll take a few minutes, but at least you guys will get to see the points before the race. Well, I mean, you'll get to see them before the race starts tomorrow anyway, but it won't be until tomorrow night's stream. You see, that's the thing, too. I should have a community tab. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? I don't think we can finish a Gateway race in the Cup Series. It just crashed again. Well, that was a waste of time. Joey was 4th. Joey's not in the playoffs, though, so I wasn't worried about Joey. Well, I guess that's it. I guess that's it. I'm going to close the application again before the game breaks. And I can never run another race. Oh, my goodness. I don't know why the game keeps breaking up like that. I have no clue. Well, we know where everybody finished. I'm not even going to bother trying to finish that again. It's probably just going to keep doing it every time. I'll just have to do like a 3-rate customization of on the championship mode and just throw those last 3 races in there. Bristol will be tomorrow night on the channel. Bristol night race for the second race of the round of 8, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard start time. Late Sunday morning into early Sunday afternoon, we'll run the Charlotte Roval before the actual Charlotte Roval Cup race on Sunday for the final race of the round of 8. Ready to throw Heat 5 in my dumpster. I will be doing that after that Talladega finale next week. I have the physical copy, so I will trade it back in to get at least a couple dollars back. But I can guarantee you I will not be repurchasing this game ever again. I still got everything muted, don't I? I hope so. Yep. Okay, I do. That would have been bad. All right. Well, we know where everybody finished. You guys want me to do the points on the stream or off the stream? That's up to you guys. I'm not even going to bother doing that. I'm just going to restart a championship mode. I mean, we have to do the points ourselves anyway, so no big deal. I haven't seen Billy Kramer in the chat tonight. I'm sorry for your Cardinals. Losing to the Dodgers, by the way. If you're watching this afterwards, my condolences go out to you. Yes, do the points now. Sounds like a plan. Let me do those points now. All right, so let's see. Now I got to do it without looking at anything. So Kyle Busch gets 35 points, finishing second. Denny Hamlin would have been ninth, which would give him 28 points for his race finish. Ryan Blaney was fifth. That'll be 32 points. Ryan Newman was 13th. That would be 24 points. Kevin Harvick was 18th. That would be 19 points. Martin Truex Jr. was 10th. That's 27 points. Kurt Busch was 14th. That would be I had a brain fart there for a second. My brain just went dead on me. 23 points for Kurt Busch tonight. So now I just got to organize it. Now it's organized. So we'll just be racing for fun at Bristol and the Charlotte Roval. We'll try to get as many career wins as we can on our way out the door. With NASCAR Heat 5. So we're locked into the Championship 4. 3 spots remain with 2 more races. It's definitely going to be fun to watch the Bristol night race tomorrow night to see what happens in the next chapter of this career mode. I think the cutoff line is as far between drivers after the first race of the round compared to any other round so far. But that could all change if one driver below the cutoff line wins, or just the fact that the next 2 races are some wild card races as well coming up. Predictions video for the Roval will be out on Sunday morning before we go live as well. Should have that videotape tomorrow and finish editing when I wake up Sunday morning. A 3-race new season. Bristol, Roval, there you go. But we know we're in the Championship 4, so that's all that matters for us. I'm not going to crop it out. I'm just going to save us some time here and just go full screen with the new points. So there it is. The updated point standings. So Keegan Schneider advanced into the Championship 4 with a win tonight at Gateway, sweeping the stages and getting the victory. Kyle Busch is 39 points above the cutoff line in the number 2 seed. 17 points above the cutoff line is both Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney. Actually, Blaney would technically have the tiebreaker over Hamlin right now. Best finish in the round because Hamlin finished 9th tonight and Ryan Blaney finished 5th. So Blaney would have the tiebreaker as of right now between him and Hamlin if they were tied on the cutoff line. So actually, there's a little bit of a scoring error there. Blaney would actually be third, and Hamlin would, out of technicality, be the final driver above the cutoff line. So sorry for that. But the points differentials are the same. So, geez, that was a loud. Got some heavy storms coming in here. Let's get this done before I lose power again, like I did a few weeks ago. All right, so Blaney, Hamlin, they're the last two drivers above the cutoff line, 17 points above. Ryan Newman, I was looking at his number. Newman in the sixth car is 17 points below the cutoff line. He's the first driver below it right now. Martin Truex Jr. is 20 points below the cutoff line. Kurt Busch, 24 points below the cutoff line. And Kevin Harvick, 27 points below the cutoff line going into Bristol tomorrow night. Bristol will be the second race of the round of 8 on the channel. Again, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard start time for that one. You won't want to miss a thing. It will be a lot of fun, that is for certain. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Hopefully we can get the monetization by the time the stream starts tomorrow. If not, we'll still be live. We'll still be having a bunch of fun, as usual, on the channel with these live commentaries, NASCAR video games, or real races tomorrow, another video game. So, thanks, everybody, for your support.